Boys, welcome back to another video. Today, we're ranking the most powerful characters in Star Wars on this tier list right here. We have like 150 characters, and today we're ranking them all live on stream. And we're starting off with Reva. Reva, who wants to be powerful, wishes she was a powerful character, but is not a powerful character. I think Reva's an easy C tier powerful character because she thinks she's strong. She thinks she's all that. I'm gonna put her C. I think C's a good place to put her. And the next up, it's Count Dooku. And you guys, if you've watched the channel before, you know where I'm putting Count Dooku. Count Dooku is an easy S tier. Count Dooku is one of the strongest characters in Star Wars. Second to only character who can use Force Lightning, next to Palpatine. He and Palpatine are the only two who have mastered Force Lightning, and that alone puts him on S tier. That is such an impressive achievement for someone of his stature, you know what I mean? On top of that, Dooku had a mastery of the light side and the dark side that not a lot of characters had. Dooku was very fluid when it came to the Force. And, boys, we cannot forget his lightsaber combat. Count Dooku was a menace when it came to a lightsaber. That guy could swing a lightsaber. What an absolute Chad in a duel. That's all I'm saying. Easy S tier. Easy S tier. Okay, Ahsoka. Ahsoka, I'm gonna put... Where does Ahsoka go? What do you guys think? S tier? Ahsoka is not S tier. I think she's A tier. Because I love Ahsoka as a character, but in terms of power, I think she's kind of on the A tier level. She's not great. A tier is fair, I think, though. You know life's good when Jedwerd streams. That's right, boys. Every Thursday at 8 p.m. on YouTube. On this channel, Jedwerd Thursdays at 8 p.m. live streaming. Come here, be square. Admiral Holdo. Admiral Holdo is an F tier character in terms of power. Okay, well, boys, Admiral Holdo is an F tier character in general. In general, Admiral Holdo's F tier. Awful character. In terms of power, nothing changes. What has Admiral Holdo got in terms of power? She got nothing. Jack diddly squat. But speaking of absolutely nothing, we have Anakin Skywalker, who obviously is not nothing. S tier. Raw power is unmatched. Is Darth Vader on this list? Darth Vader is on this list. Anakin Skywalker and Darth Vader are both S tier when it comes to power. Honestly, I feel like there needs to be a tier above S for like a couple key characters, because Darth Vader I think is so freaking. I'm adding a row. I'm doing it. I'm adding a row above, and I'm calling it. What do I call it? Chad. Yeah, you know what? Chad is a good name for that row. Darth Vader goes Chad. Anakin Skywalker doesn't, because Anakin Skywalker is powerful, don't get me wrong, but Darth Vader really is the ultimate power source of the Anakin Skywalker. But anyway, next up we have Moff Gideon, Moff Gideon's like a Reva level character. He thought he was something. He thought he was all that. Blood was not all that. He was not all there when it came to power. He thought he was going to be. He was trying to put the Force in himself, if I remember correctly. So I'm gonna put Moff Gideon C tier. All right, boys, a little bit of a divergent, but someone commented and I posted on my community tab because I thought it was really funny. I was a subscriber, but I unsubscribed as soon as I saw the subscribe button. And there should be a period here, but it doesn't seem very good at grammar. You do this every ranking video. Hope you enjoyed losing a sub. And I put the down arrow, and I said how bro felt after commenting this. And I put all the classic emojis, and 1.1 thousand likes. You guys liked that one. And because you guys liked that one, and because I felt like a Chad for stomping on that guy's hopes and dreams, we have the subscribe button back on the tier list. That's right. It wouldn't be a Jedwerd video if the subscribe button was not here. So the subscribe button is going Chad. Going right up there with the best. Boys, only a small percentage of you are actually subscribed. I think it's like 90% of you are not subscribed. I'm just wondering why not. I'm just saying you really should. It would help me out. It helps you out. Helps everyone out. No one loses. Hit that subscribe button. Scroll right down. We're almost at 100K. And at 100,000 subscribers, I will be shaving my head live on stream. That's right. Jedwerd will be coming downstairs and shaving my head live on stream. So hit that subscribe button. And thank you very much. I appreciate it. And now we're moving on to Asajj Ventress. And Ventress, I think, is the exact same tier as Ahsoka. Ventress is an A tier power level. Honestly, actually, no. I have to put her B tier. If she hadn't been abandoned by Count Dooku at a pivotal moment in her training, I think she could be A tier. But as it is, I think she's a B tier. Next up is the B1 battle droid, or as I like to call them, B1 shadow droids, because he's obviously going Chad. No, that B1 battle droids are not Chad. They're, I would say C. No, because you're, frick, boys. I gotta admit, Reva is more powerful than a B1 battle droid. I gotta go F. You know, these things are not very effective as a solo unit, but as an army, very effective. These ones, super battle droids, are probably C. I think C is a good place for these ones. These ones are kind of menaces. If you remember the Lego Star Wars video games, these ones are so annoying to fight. Lego Star Wars 3, I believe it is, the Clone Wars video game. They're so annoying to fight because it takes multiple stabs of the lightsaber. You gotta swing it a couple times to actually take them down. C tier. Next up is this chunky fella. I can't remember his name. I know he was in Rogue One. I know he was Chirrut's friend from Rogue One. And he had a big old gun, I remember. A big old gun that puts him C tier too. He's something. He's better than Holdo, I gotta admit. But he's not Ventress levels. You know what? I have to put Ventress A. Looking at this now, it just doesn't make sense for me to have Ventress and Ahsoka at different levels, and I gotta be able to put someone in B between Reva and Ahsoka. And now moving on to BB-8. And BB-8, I don't care how much of a stan you are for random droids in Star Wars, All these Astromechs, protocol droids, BB-8 droids, F tier. They can't do jack squat. They're useless when it comes to like everything. I just gotta be frank. I gotta be frank with you all. I think they're kind of useless. And I do not care that BB-8 can do the lighter with his thumb. Make a thumbs up with a lighter in his utility belt or whatever he has. Doesn't matter to me. Doesn't affect power. F tier. Boba Fett, if you had asked me this 3 years ago, before Book of Boba Fett, I would have said A tier. Now I'm saying B. Because Book of Boba Fett dragged him down. Book of Boba Fett really made him a weaker character than he used to be. And I think B tier is a very fair spot to put him because of that. Next up is Mechanic Guy from Rogue One. I don't remember his name, boys. It's been so long since I watched Rogue One. I gotta see it again. Remind me to watch it again sometime. Mechanic Guy, F tier. He's like an Admiral Holdo character. He's good for what he's worth, but powerful? Not the word I think of when I think of him. I swear I just heard someone come down the stairs, and I don't think it was Jedwerd. If it's not Jedwerd, don't want him. Don't want anyone but Jedwerd down here. Jedwerd alone. So, whoever that was, if you're watching, go back to the shoutouts from whence you came. Anyway, back to the list. We have Bossk. And Bossk is genuinely, I'm sorry to say this, but he's way more powerful than Boba Fett. I gotta put him A tier. Absolute legend. Genuinely 6'8", genuinely built like Hercules. I say I'm built like Hercules as a joke. This guy, genuinely built like Hercules. Trandoshans are a menace in a fight. I'm putting them A. Bossk is a legend. And speaking of legends, we have C-3PO, who's not a legend. That's why I said speaking of legends, because he is not a legend. F tier. I don't like protocol droids, and C-3PO annoys me sometimes. Cad Bane, Cadius Banius. I gotta put him S tier. I mean, I don't think he goes on the same level as Dooku and Anakin, but at the same time, this guy is the most powerful bounty hunter there is in Star Wars. You know what? Let's do a vote. Let's do a vote, boys, in chat. S tier or A tier? Send it. All right, 102 votes. All right, and it seems 58% of you want A. So we're calling it an A tier. Cad Bane is an A tier character. We're gonna leave it right here at that. I'm sad to not see him higher, but I agree with that. We're putting him at A. Cassian Andor. Cassian Andor is like an F tier character. What do you guys think? I think Cassian Andor is an F tier, but I can't put him F tier. He's not this guy, and he's not Holdo. I gotta put him C tier. This list is giving me perspective. I think I have to put Reva at B tier, because these ones are all less powerful than her. So I think we'll see an evolving list as it goes on more. I think we'll see it move and change as the tides rise and flow. Chewbacca is on the same level as Boss. Wookiees are just like Trandoshans, but hairy. Have you seen that guy rip off Stormtrooper's arms in Lego Star Wars games? You're not telling me that's not powerful. A tier, easy. Shira is also A tier, because if you guys didn't see, Shira walks through a battlefield completely blind with a stick and somehow survives. And not only that, takes out 1,000,000 Stormtroopers with a stick, again, while being blind. Plus, that guy's funny as frick. That guy was really funny. So I'll put him A tier. It doesn't affect power, but I just like that he's funny. So I'm putting him A tier. You guys are gonna kill me for this one. I remember this guy is in like one shot of Revenge of the Sith when he's defending the younglings from Anakin. But I don't for the life of me remember anything about him. However, seeing as he is an average Jedi, and he did die to Anakin, I feel like most Jedi are gonna go A tier. Jedi are just powerful creatures by nature. The Force is intrinsically a huge power up. If you have the Force, you're gonna go higher on this list. That's just how it works. Commander Cody, boys, what do you think about Commander Cody? I think Commander Cody is C tier. I think B tier is a good separation from C and A. I think this all makes sense. This is in accordance with each other. Coleman Trebor. Give me a minute, boys. I think there's a little clip our friend Coleman Trebor doesn't want us to see. The most powerful Jedi, Coleman Trebor, and I'm sure it'll accurately display his power levels, will it not? Look, there he is right there. Look at the Chad. There he is right there. Look at the Chad. Oh man, the CGI looks awful. That CGI looks awful. There he is right there. Look at the Chad. Oh, what a legend. I'm sure he's gonna be. Yeah, face him down. Frick, man, I was invested in that guy. That guy actually seemed like a cool fella. I'm gonna put him B. That was a poor display of talent. F tier? You guys can't put him F tier. I mean, look, at least he had a lightsaber. If you got a lightsaber, you're not going to F tier probably. Unless, I don't know, is Rey on this list? No, I'm just kidding. We'll get to Rey when we get to her. Crosshair. Crosshair is a solid B tier character. I do not think it's possible for clones to be A tier because there's no clones that are on the level of Jedi. But B tier, Crosshair is a menace with that sniper of his. Total menace. Darth Maul. Darth Maul is Chad. I gotta be Anne Frank, boys. Darth Maul is one Chad character. And plus, is there a Clone Wars variation? I do not think there's a Clone Wars variation on this tier list. So this represents Phantom Menace and the Clone Wars. Clone Wars, no, he's not Chad. He's not Chad. Darth Vader is Chad and Subscribe is Chad. Darth Maul is S tier though. Yeah, Ahsoka beat him. Yeah, that's actually such a valid point. Ahsoka beat him, but he also killed Qui-Gon Jinn. I'm gonna level him out at S. Emperor Palpatine, easy Chad. One of the most powerful characters, if not the most powerful character in Star Wars. I think he's objectively one of the most powerful. Easy Chad. Very, very easy Chad. Echo. Echo is, I gotta be honest, boys, Echo is C tier. He is with Commander Cody on this one. He is the least impressive member of the Bad Batch, as he has no special skills or talent, except for his droid arm, and I feel like anyone could have gotten that if they wanted to. Is this Eth Koth or Agent Kolar? I mean, it doesn't really matter. He's going A tier because he's a Jedi. If that is Agent Kolar and he did get killed by Palpatine, that's kind of an L on his part. But at the same time, Jedi go A tier. I'm sorry, I don't make the, okay, I do make the rules. Fine, I make the rules. He's going A tier. Deal with it. Embo! Embo is going B tier. If I put Crosshair B tier, I had to put Embo B tier. Evan PL, and man, is there not a better picture they could have used for him? He's in the Clone Wars, boys. You don't have to take the one frame of the actual Star Wars movies he's in and put him on this tier list. That's just embarrassing. Poor guy. Look, he looks pathetic. That being said, A tier. Jedi, A tier. Have you played any Lego Star Wars games? Buddy, I played all the Lego Star Wars games. I grew up on Lego Star Wars. That's a stupid question. You should have known better than to ask that question here. Fennec Shand is another B tier character. I think most bounty hunters are going to go B. Finn could have been an A tier character if they developed him a little bit more. Unfortunately, he's a C tier. He's one of these characters. He doesn't use a lightsaber. He uses a blaster every now and then. He's all right with it, I guess. Nothing special. Nothing special. Who the frick is this? Boys, I'm trying to kill me. Please, chat. Hurry and tell me this before I look stupid on YouTube. Before I look stupid in front of thousands of viewers. Fives? I don't think this is Fives. I really don't. Is it Fives? I swear I don't remember Fives having that tattoo on his forehead. That's crazy. I do not remember that at all. Bad Batch, he killed himself. What? That's a dark turn. I think that is not Fives. Even if it's not Fives, whatever clone this is, it's going C tier. Clones, it's going to be very hard for a clone to get above C tier because in terms of raw power, they just don't have it. They just don't have it, and that's fine. And speaking of C tier, we have R2-D2 next. R2-D2, boys, I said at the beginning with BB-8, droids, these droids, Protocol, whatever this is, and Astromech, just not that powerful. Not that powerful characters, very easily outdone. The fifth brother, I think this guy's name is, or if he's not the fifth brother, he's some random freaking brother, and no one really cares. He's Reva level, he's B. He's a Force user, but he's not a Jedi. General Grievous is A tier. The amount of lightsabers General Grievous has means that he killed so many Jedi, and he got trained by Count Dooku. If Grievous had the Force, he'd probably be S tier, but as it is, he's easy A tier, no contest. I spilled water on my purple shirt, my Jedwerd shirt. Take the shirt off then. I mean, well, who am I to deny the fans what they want? If you, no, I'm not taking the shirt off, creep. You really thought I was gonna do it? Yeah, you really thought I was gonna do it. You really thought I was gonna do it. Now Claude's gonna take a bullet for what you thought. Poor Claude was gonna be fine, but then you said take the shirt off. I hope you're ashamed of yourself. Anyway, onto the tier list. We got Grogu. And Grogu is, I think, B tier. Maybe in the future he'll be more powerful, but I gotta be honest, I'm not on the Baby Yoda hype train. He's not that powerful, and to be honest, he stopped being cute after Mandalorian Season 1. Then it just got tiring. Then it was just, okay, I get it. He's Baby Yoda. Oh, he's Yoda, but I get it now. That's what it was like. The Grand Inquisitor, I gotta put A tier. That guy was actually pretty powerful, hence why he was the Grand Inquisitor and not a random brother or sister. Han Solo, I like Han Solo a lot. Han Solo is C tier in terms of power. He's smart. He's a good smuggler. He can shoot a gun pretty well. Other than that, doesn't have a lot going for him power-wise. He's not the most powerful there is. Hondo Ohnaka. Hondo Ohnaka is the exact same. Everything I said about Han Solo is completely true about Hondo Ohnaka. Hunta. Oh, I can't believe I did an Omega voice. I freaking hate Omega. Is Omega on this list? Let's see if we can find Omega on this list. I assume she is because a lot of the Bad Batch are. Is Omega not on this list? That's kind of crazy. I'm actually a little blown away. Thank goodness. I can't stand Omega. I freaking hate her so much. She pisses me off to no end. I'm sorry. She did not need that annoying Australian accent. She did not. You could have just given her a normal voice and she wouldn't have been that annoying. Bad as in hot AF. Buddy, I gotta remind you, Omega is probably 12 years old in the show. Don't get yourself criminally arrested here in this Jedwerd Thursday. This beautiful Jedwerd Thursday. Don't go ruining it by getting arrested, please. Anyway, before I got sidetracked with Omega, we were on Hunter, and Hunter is a B. Hunter and Crosshair, this, I'm actually really liking the B tier. I think the B tier makes a lot of sense. It's very logical. All these characters are the same power level, I would say. Bail Organa. Bail Organa is an F tier if I ever saw one. I've never seen a guy with less power in terms of physical power. Magna Guard, oh, boys, those things are B tier. I'm sorry, if you can get your head cut off and still keep going, you're a B tier character. Adi Gallia, Jedi, A tier. Don't know much about her, but A tier regardless. Actually, that might not be Adi Gallia. I feel like there's two Jedi in Star Wars that look like this, and one of them is Adi Gallia, and the other one's not. I know, shocking. IG-88, or 1 IG unit. IG unit, solid B tier. All the bounty hunters are kind of going this tier except Cad Bane, so I think IG-88 goes right in with them. Alright, Imperial Guard. I think Imperial Guard is an easy C tier. I feel like Imperial Guards are the same as Moff Gideon. Does that make sense? All I've seen from them is Yoda absolutely scraping the floor with them. C tier. Jabba the Hutt. Oh, boys, Jabba the Hutt's going Chad tier just for pure mass. You know, I freaking love Jabba, but I can't put him in Chad. Still, I think he's got to go B tier. In terms of power, he ruled one of the biggest crime syndicates in the galaxy. If you're a slug and you become that influential and powerful in terms of galactic influence, B tier. Because here's the thing. Even though Jabba himself wasn't that powerful in terms of what he could do, he could hire out Boba Fett. He could hire out Fennec Shand. He could hire out Embo. He has influence, and that is power in some way. Admiral Akbar. Enough said. Ayla Secura. Ayla Secura, I'm putting A tier. I freaking like Ayla Secura. Jedi goes A tier. Agent Kolar, and they gave us the most flattering image of him they possibly could. I mean, to be fair, this is the most accurate portrayal of his power I've ever seen. He's a Jedi, so I'm not going to put him anything lower than B, but he's getting the Coleman Trebor treatment. He's going B tier. I think Jango Fett's got to be B tier with the other bounty hunters because we don't see enough of him. Cad Bane, you know, I have plenty of evidence of why he's A tier. Jango Fett faces one Jedi, two I guess, and escapes from one barely and gets decapitated by the other one. So is it really that impressive? B tier. Easy B tier. And Jar Jar Binks is going... Boys, obviously Jar Jar is going Chad. Duh. No, I freaking hate this guy. If it was Darth Jar Jar, then yeah, he would go Chad. Because he pulled that off. He fooled the entire Star Wars fandom, the entire Star Wars galaxy, the universe as a whole. That'd be impressive. But as it is, I freaking hate this guy. The only time he ever does anything right is on accident. Captain Rex. Captain Rex is going C tier. I'm sorry. I love Captain Rex, one of the best Clone Wars characters. In terms of power, he's just a normal clone. Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan's B tier. I kind of think of her as the same level as like Boba Fett, Embo. Like she's kind of like a bounty hunter-esque character. Sorry. B tier I think is very fair. Jocasta Nu is her name? Yes, the librarian. Jocasta Nu. I got it right! Yes! I'm so freaking sick of the comments correcting me on these characters' names I don't know. Jocasta Nu. Boys, I know this one. Jocasta Nu. Jedi, A tier, easy. Next, Poe Dameron. Poe Dameron's like a C tier. He's a little powerful when he's in an X-Wing, but in terms of just a normal guy, nothing special. Barriss Offee. Barriss Offee is genuinely going A tier. I freaking love Barriss Offee in the sense of how powerful she is. Boys, her fight with Anakin, phenomenal. Her fight with Anakin at the end of season 5, I believe, is actually such a good duel. Like, actually underrated duel. Jyn Erso. Jyn Erso, I gotta put her right next to Andor. She's the same power level as Andor, C tier. This droid, okay, I don't remember his name. I remember it starts with a K, but I don't remember the name. However, I do remember he's like 7 feet tall and incredibly strong and can tank bullets like nobody's business. Genuinely a B tier character. Who are you talking to? Boy, I'm streaming. Who do you think I'm talking to? And this is gonna be a YouTube video, so I'm talking... The question is, who am I not talking to? Because this will be seen by probably 50,000 people. This video, my voice right now, will be probably heard by 50,000 people in the next month. Just a reference of who I'm talking to. I thought it was kind of obvious, but apparently I had to make it a little more clear. Anyway, Ki-Adi-Mundi, A tier. He's a Jedi. He died in Order 66, but so did everyone. Easy A tier. Kit Fisto. Kit Fisto is also A tier. Again, I might just stop saying it. Look at this. Look at A tier. A tier is mainly just Jedi. Jedi just default to A tier in most scenarios. Normal clone trooper, and they picked like the worst picture they could have possibly picked. This is like an action figure from 2005. Yeah, clone troopers are C tier. They're just like normal fighters. They're not that great, but they're not that bad. Director Kenrick, or Krennic, or whatever the frick his name is. Krennic, I feel like, is kind of a Jabba the Hutt character, but to a lesser scale. He has less power. He's a simple director. I think he's C tier too. Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren is genuinely an A tier character. I feel like if the sequels are good, he would have been S. He would have been a really good villain, but they kind of wishy-washy and flip-flopped him around. So I'm putting him in A tier. I think A tier is a very fair place to put him. Lando Calrissian. Yeah, I'm hip. I know the cultural lingo of the time. But that being said, I feel so. I just said Lando Calrissian. Boys, shoot me now. I'm too far gone. I'm a lost cause. It's over for me. Regardless, he's going right next to Han Solo. I feel like he has the exact same qualities. And same with Princess Leia. Princess Leia goes right next to Han Solo too. Luke Skywalker. Now, I know what the comments are going to say. I know the comments in the chat are going to say, oh, Luke Skywalker, in Legends, Luke Skywalker is an S tier character. Yeah, we don't have Legends. We do not have Legends. We have the Star Wars canon, which is the sequels. You also have the originals. And in the originals, I'm gonna have to put, you know what, boys, it's Luke Skywalker. I can't not put Luke Skywalker S. I gotta put him S. Look, I've made fun of this scene several times, but I gotta give it to him. Force projecting from across the galaxy to Crate from, where was he on? Acto. Force projecting like that is a very powerful skill. Very useful skill and shows a lot of strength. So I'm gonna put him S tier. Plus, it's Luke Skywalker. It's Luke Skywalker. Enough said. Luminara Unduli. Luminara is a Jedi. You will be going A tier. Enough said. Enough said. And Mace Windu will be going S tier. Also enough said. Samuel L. Jackson's a beast, and he actually beat Palpatine in a duel. Boys, if you beat Palpatine, I'm saying it right here and now. If you beat Palpatine in a duel, you will go S tier. It's a fact. Palpatine's insanely powerful. If you beat him, you're going S tier. Simple. Honestly, I'm really considering putting him Chad, but I don't think I can. He's good, but he's not that good. I feel like what I have in Chad right now is very good with Vader, Subscribe, and Palpatine. I feel like that's a good separation of power. The Mandalorian, Din Djarin. Din Djarin, I feel like a lot of you might be mad at this, but Din Djarin is going B tier. I'm sorry to break it to you. To all you Mandalorian stans out there, you Mandalorian fanboys, Din Djarin is no better than Bo-Katan in terms of skill. I wish he was. He's not. Maybe he was in season 1. He's not anymore. They've completely changed who he is. So, B tier character. Enough said. Mother Talzin. Mother Talzin is genuinely an S tier character. In terms of power, she's actually so powerful. Like, I'm not even capping. She has so much raw strength stored up in this ancient Night Sister magic. It's kind of crazy. Obi-Wan Kenobi, the high ground himself. Boys, I gotta put Obi-Wan S tier. The amount of stuff that Obi-Wan survived and fought. Boys, he fought Darth Maul. He fought Dooku. He was going to fight Sidious. The point is, he's an S tier character. He took on so many enemies. He's one of the top Jedi to ever exist. And plus, as a character, I just freaking love Obi-Wan Kenobi. Easy S tier. I'm gonna be quite frank, boys. I do not know this thing's name. And I say this thing because I remember he has a tail. That's what he sits on. If you look at the Jedi Council pictures, he's curled up on a tail, like some serpent. And I don't freaking like snakes. Snakes. Why do it have to be snakes? Call me Harrison Ford the way I don't like this guy because he's a snake. But that being said, he is a Jedi. I'd actually pay good money to see him in a duel too, because I want to see how a snake fights in a lightsaber duel. So I'm gonna put him A tier. Kenobi needs high ground tier. You know what? Honestly, that's not a terrible idea. I've heard worse ideas. Perfect! Absolute perfection! That's a perfect rank for Obi-Wan Kenobi to have. Easy high ground tier. And no one else will ever achieve this rank. He is one and alone. He is standing above the others. He is standing as a god amongst mortals in the high ground. Padme Amidala. Padme Amidala is the exact same place as her daughter. C tier, right next to Leia. Phasma. Phasma is also C tier. You know, she could have been something else, but she got killed really easily by Finn, who is C tier. So I feel like if Finn killed her in C tier pretty easily, then I feel like it's good for her to go C tier. Plo Koon. And Plo Koon is going A tier with the other Jedi. And then we have Poggle the Lesser. I almost said Pong Krell because P names. But Poggle the Lesser. Poggle the Lesser is an F tier character. That guy's freaking weird. In my video called The Weirdest Character from Every Star Wars Movie, I believe Poggle the Lesser was literally my choice for Attack of the Clones. Let's go see. Attack of the Clones. Yeah, it was a coin flip between Dexter Jettster and Poggle the Lesser, I believe. Yeah. Pay no mind to that. The point is that Poggle the Lesser is in the weirdest characters category. Very weird character. And I'm gonna put him F tier in terms of power. Qui-Gon Jinn. Now, Qui-Gon Jinn, boys, this is a little controversial. I have to put him S tier. This man discovered Force Ghosts. Do you know how powerful that is? Do you know how much raw strength that is? If you can figure out Force Ghosts, you're going S tier. That's all I'm gonna say. Easy S tier. And speaking of easy S tier, we have Rey Palpatine. Now, boys, I would love so much to throw Rey F tier. I would love to put her in F tier and forget about her for the rest of my life. However, this is a Star Wars power tier list, and Rey, unfortunately, is a very powerful character. However, even though she should probably go S because, you know, she did use Force Lightning, I'm gonna put her A because I don't like her. I don't want to hear any complaints about that, and I'm sure I won't. I'm sure you guys will agree with me. I'm sure you guys in the comments are gonna be mad that I didn't put her F. I'm sure there'll be boos in the comments for not putting her in F tier. Make a Rey tier? Boys, I can't keep adding tiers to this list. We already have like, what? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tiers? I can't keep making tiers. Jedwerd put her at Mary Sue tier. All right, you know what? That's actually a based idea. You know what? That's a very fair idea. Mary Sue. And we'll move Rey right up there. Oh. And then we'll move Rey a little slowly down the ranks. And we'll keep going down and down. And for no particular reason, but she is below F tier. It must be a coincidence. I don't know how she got there. There's mysteries in this world, boys. I don't know how she got to Mary Sue. Taro's Tico. I will not elaborate. Stacey Tin. All right, I'm not happy that Stacey Tin got killed so easily by Palpatine, but at the same time, he is a Jedi. I will put him A tier. Duchess Satine. Duchess Satine, I think, is a pretty easy middle. I'll put it with the other women. Yeah. Let's go, women. Women of Star Wars, C tier. That's very fair. Let's go, women. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. You're not F tier. Well, one's F tier. And if anyone's gonna say that this is a sexist tier list because there's no women in the top tiers, are you forgetting that Mother Talzin is right up here in S tier? Up there with the big dogs? That's right. I don't want to hear a word. Not a peep out of some of y'all's mouth. Oh, I just said some of y'all's. End it now, boys. Where's the Fortnite Nerf gun? I know what I must do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it. Savage Opress. Savage is in A tier, I think. I think putting Savage and Ventress on the same level is a very fair thing to do. Savage lost to 2v2. We all make mistakes. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Savage isn't perfect. I'm gonna put him A tier, and that's the end of that. Quiet Coyote. Shh. All right. Next up, the Armor. Armor. I know she had one scene where she like started beating up stormtroopers with a hammer. I think Armor is C tier though. Shakti. Shakti. Shakti is an A tier character if I ever saw one. I actually freaking like Shakti. I think she's actually an underutilized Jedi, and I genuinely wish that we'd seen more of her in the Clone Wars. I know she was a little bit in like the Defensive Camino episodes. I want to see her in a duel. Supreme Leader Snoke. Snoke could have been higher. Snoke actually could have been high if he hadn't got killed off in the most stupid way possible. If they hadn't thrown him aside like an old tissue. I'm putting Snoke C tier. It looks like next we have the brother. I don't remember his name, but the dark side, and we have the light side and the father too. I think all these characters have to go S tier. Are they Chad? I feel like it's not fair to rank them. I feel like they're their own thing. They're their own entity. They are the Force. I'm really excited to do this, but I think I have to add another tier for them. Their own little thing. Oh boy, I can't spell. Their own little thing. I think I'm putting them all in their own little thing because it's not really fair to rank them with other characters. It doesn't really make sense. Stormtrooper. Stormtrooper is, I want to put them F tier, but I know I really can't. I know they're like good soldiers, but I've never seen them hit a shot is all I'm going to say. If I put Clone C tier, I got to put Stormtrooper C tier. So C tier it is. Grand Moff Tarkin. Boys, I'm going to be honest. I don't know what Grand Moff means. I could not define Grand Moff for you. But if your name is Grand Moff, then I know you got some power. I know you got a little power stored up in those vessels of yours. So I think I got to put you up in the B tier. I got to be honest, because you command the Death Star. That is power. That is a Grand Moff power if I've ever seen one. Tech is going with the other Bad Batch in, I think, C tier. Who do I have in C tier? Yeah, I have Echo in C tier. Tech is going right up there with him. I feel like they're kind of one and the same. Not a powerful character. Great guy. I'm sure he's nice. I'm sure he'd be good on a first date. Not that powerful of a character. Terrace Sanube. Terrace Sanube is an A tier character. Partially because he's a Jedi, but also partially because I just feel like, look at the guy. I feel like he has a lot of wisdom up here. A lot of power that he's not revealing. I'm putting him A tier. I'm putting him A tier. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Watto. Watto's F tier. Watto's got nothing in the chamber over there. All right, Wrecker. Wrecker, I think, is a B tier. I think Wrecker is genuinely more powerful than a lot of the Bad Batch. I'm going to put him right next to Hunter. I think these two go together very well. I'll put Crosshair over there, too. I think these freaking move over Crosshair. These three are kind of the titans of the Bad Batch. I'm going to put them B tier. Yaddle. Yaddle is A tier with the other Jedi, although she did get smoked by Dooku, I gotta be honest. So that's kind of insulting. But she did she put up a good fight. A tier is fair. And speaking of A tier, we have Yoda. Obviously, Yoda is only A tier. Obviously, Yoda's, I'm just kidding. You guys I know the comments are going to kill me. The comments will light me alive. They'll tie me up like Han Solo and put me over the fire and roast me alive if I put Yoda A tier. Yoda is obviously Chad. This is a solid Chad tier list right here. Zam Wessel. Zam Wessel is, okay, I'll put her C tier because she can shapeshift, and shapeshifters are cool and intrinsically powerful. I mean, boys, if I was, maybe I'm a shapeshifter. Maybe I'm a shapeshifter right now and you don't know it. Maybe I just haven't shifted in a while. Maybe I'm just in the Jedwerd form right now. This is my shape currently. You don't know. So because of that, she has power intrinsically. However, she also is one pathetic bounty hunter, so I'm putting her C tier. She got blasted easy. Gina Carano. Cara Dune. Cara Dune. Yeesh. Cara Dune is a very C tier character, I think. You know, free Gina Carano. She did nothing. Free my girl Gina Carano. She did nothing wrong. But in terms of Cara Dune character, easy C tier power level. Easy. All right, next up we got, I can't remember his name, but it is Carl Weathers. I hate to do this. I keep doing this, but I got to add a row above. Carl Weathers, you will be missed. That is that. I will not take any contradicting opinions. Next is the IG-88 from The Mandalorian, and that's going right next to this IG unit right here. These two are the one and the same. I genuinely don't know who this guy is. Who is this man? Who is this beautiful, beautiful bald man? Chat, inform me. Bill Burr. Is that Bill Burr's character? I thought Bill Burr's character was only in the Forest episode. That's Skibbity Man? Okay, ban that guy. You know what? It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter where he is because he looks like a C tier character. He's not B. I promise you he's not T. I don't care who he is. All right, we're getting to the end of the list now. And next up, we have Pong Krell, A tier, because he's a Jedi. The frick is this? No one, people are saying Bend Over and Skibbity Man. It's obviously neither of those people. Your dad, Obama. Yeah, okay, so we don't know. So we're guessing now. We have no idea, do we? You know what? Doesn't matter where he is. He looks like a B tier. Just from looks alone, I'm saying B tier. Just from the pure sight of the man. Finally, last but not least, we have Claude. Claude, you're up, buddy. You're on this list. How does it feel? How does it feel to be on this list?
Oh, it feels freaking awesome. I'm sure I'll be at the top of this list because I'm a giant slug who's very powerful.
Yes, buddy, yes. Don't worry. You'll be at the top of this list. He's not. No. I'll put you high, buddy. I'll put you up there. You're gonna be up there for the world to see. What do we think, boys? Where are we putting Claude? Let's figure this out once and for all. Chad, S, or A, because obviously he's in one of those. All right, 92 votes. The results are in. It appears that Claude is a Chad. Claude is a Chad, and we'll be treating him as such. Claude, let's get you up there, buddy. Anyway, boys, thank you so much for watching. Come check out the stream on Jedwerd Thursdays at 8 p.m. live on YouTube. I'm always here. And watch this video right here. You need to watch this video. It's really good. It's one of my favorite ones I've ever made. I promise you'll like it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you very much.